What a stunning start to the week here with sunny skies and dry conditions. It looks like that continues for the days ahead. We'll talk about the week ahead forecast coming up.
And breaking right now, a man in court today after being arrested in connection to the death of a Bayou La Batre woman. It was first reported as a hit and run, but we'll tell you what we know.
The man accused of plotting to kill President Trump heads to court for the first day of jury selection. I'm Rebecca Castor in Fort Pierce, Florida with the latest coming up.
First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Midday starts now.
Well, good morning, friends, and happy Monday to you. Welcome into Fox 10 Midday. It's September 8th, and we're happy you've joined us. I'm Ashley Mitchell.
Now, I'm meteorologist Nicholas Herboso. What a lovely start.
A lovely start. I just got off from vacation, so I was actually in Arley, Alabama, about 5 hours north of us, and we had lots of 60-degree mornings, so I was sad to come back, but woke up to a pleasant surprise.
Yes, we pushed it this morning. We really did get down there. Some places inland, I'm talking about like, Thomasville, Grove Hill, got to 59.
Oh, it's incredible.
So really comfortable temperatures. It's a brief spell, though. We talked about it yesterday and last night. This is the one day where we have temperatures that go that low. Then we go into the middle 60s or upper 60s for the rest. So just not bad. Let's go ahead and talk about what it looks like outside right now. These are these beautiful live camera views. That Navigator Credit Union camera shows you the blue sky with a few clouds way off in the distance there. The Hampton Inn camera, that's at Daphne at the Hampton Inn, looking at the Bayway. You can see the blue sky off in the distance with the Mobile skyline. Here's your forecast this afternoon. 86 degrees in Grove Hill, 88 in Monroeville. We're calling 88 degrees in Evergreen. So a warm afternoon, but heat index values are not high at all. So this is what you get this afternoon. Good stuff there. If you do have after school plans, here's your forecast. If you're outside at all, it's going to be warm still. Temperatures that are in the 80s, but mainly sunny skies. And I don't think we have rain issues today for most of the area. If you're in Northwest Florida, however, by the evening time, a little moisture does get in there, and we'll have to watch for very small chance of a shower. Again, that's over Northwest Florida. Elsewhere, yes, moisture does creep back into the area. That means tomorrow morning is a warmer morning compared to this morning. 66 is our low in Grove Hill, 67 in Monroeville, 69 Mobile, and 72 in Gulf Shores. That is a little bump where we have some higher humidity, even a small rain chance on Tuesday. Then drier air works its way back in once again towards the end of the week. By Friday, 92 degrees, but dry conditions, a really nice forecast. I'll have details on that long-range forecast and a look at the tropics coming up.
All right, Nick, thank you. Topping our news with breaking news this morning, a Bayou La Batre man is in jail after a woman was found dead on a roadway Saturday. 39-year-old Arthur Kirkland Jr. is being charged with manslaughter. Fox 10 News reporter Stephen Moody is live this morning. And Stephen, we understand that he was set for a bond hearing this morning, right?
Yeah, that's right. But when Kirkland's name was read in court, the judge and the rest of the courtroom was told that he refused today. Now, this is all after Bayou La Batre Police Department discovered the body of 46-year-old Amy Bosarge Saturday in a roadway on Raleigh-Tillman Road. The Mobile County Sheriff's Office says her injuries were consistent with being hit by a vehicle. Officers were dispatched to a home where Bosarge lived on Raleigh-Tillman Road. Police say they received a call for help from a woman at that address that possibly could have been Bosarge. They say they interviewed a witness who told them that a man and a woman at the house had left the scene. Now, Arthur Kirkland was arrested a day later and was scheduled, like we mentioned, for that bond hearing this morning. He is charged with manslaughter. The judge did reschedule that bond hearing for Wednesday. This is a case that we're going to continue to follow as we get more information, and we'll have more coming up a little bit later. But for now, we're reporting live here in downtown Mobile. Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.
All right, Stephen, thank you for that update. In the meantime, jury selection is set to begin today in Mobile County's first death penalty case of the year. 56-year-old Jesse McClure of Bay Minette is charged with capital murder in the deaths of Shane Dulaney and George Snyder. They were both found shot to death inside a home on Height Street in January of 2021. Before testimony begins, the judge will have to settle evidentiary disputes between the prosecution and the defense. That includes arguments by the defense that the district attorney's office did not fully comply with an order to turn over evidence to McClure's attorney. Fox 10 News, of course, will continue to follow this case as the trial begins. And if you want to learn more, just head on over to our website at fox10tv.com. Well, nearly a year after prosecutors say he plotted to assassinate President Trump, Ryan Ruth is back in court for the first day of his federal trial. Today, he'll start working alongside prosecutors to find a jury who will then determine his fate. Fox News correspondent Rebecca Castor has more.
Ryan Ruth has been gearing up to defend himself behind bars, and his recent court filings indicate this trial will be anything but predictable.
Keep walking!
The man charged with trying to assassinate President Trump at his West Palm Beach golf course last year, returning to a federal courthouse in Florida for jury selection. Ryan Ruth is representing himself. And over the next 3 days, both sides will work to find a panel of 12 jurors and 4 alternates.
A pro se defendant doesn't have to be able to capably represent themselves. They just have to be able to, at a bare minimum level, understand what is going on here.
Prosecutors say Ruth plotted this attack for weeks and camped out near the golf course with a rifle. A Secret Service agent spotted the gun and opened fire after Ruth allegedly aimed at him. Ruth dropped his weapon and ran.
This defendant representing himself with certainty will turn that courtroom into a circus.
Since taking over his own case, Ruth has made a series of unusual requests, including challenging President Trump to a, quote, beatdown session and a round of golf for the presidency. Judge Eileen Cannon has denied most of his requests as being irrelevant to the case. She also ordered Ruth to wear business attire and use a podium to speak to jurors and witnesses.
If she overrides his desire to represent himself, it could be overturned and he could get a whole new trial.
If convicted, Ruth faces a maximum penalty of life in prison. In Fort Pierce, Florida, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
Meanwhile, Chicago and a number of other large cities are preparing for a federal infusion to crack down on crime. Those cities in question include Baltimore, New Orleans, and Chicago. Protesters in Chicago took to the streets over the weekend to decry the president's looming immigration crackdown. It was ignited by a recent post by the president himself on social media, a takeoff on the movie Apocalypse Now with a message, quote, "I love the smell of deportations in the morning." Chicago is about to find out why it's called the Department of War.
We're not going to war. We're going to clean up our cities. We're going to clean them up so they don't kill 5 people every weekend. That's not war. That's common sense.
If they were truly, truly interested in fighting crime, then they would work with local law enforcement.
Now, the president says local leaders should request an intervention from the federal government, but absent that, he says he has the authority to do this on his own. Well, 300 workers, meanwhile, arrested at a Hyundai plant in Georgia last week are now being returned to South Korea. Nearly 500 people were detained during a massive immigration and customs enforcement raid last week as a part of the Trump administration's plan to curb illegal immigration. The site houses an electric vehicle battery plant jointly operated by South Korea-based companies Hyundai and LG Energy Solution. According to an official, roughly 300 of the workers from South Korea will return on a chartered flight following negotiations between the U.S. and South Korean leaders. South Korea's foreign minister says Seoul and Washington are discussing details on allowing all the detained workers to return on a voluntary basis. Well, listen to this. A terror shooting on a crowded rush hour bus near Jerusalem left at least 6 dead and a dozen others hurt. Fox News senior foreign affairs correspondent Gray Pelcott has more now from Tel Aviv.
Another deadly terror attack in Jerusalem. 2 Palestinian gunmen opened fire at a bus stop during rush hour Monday morning. At least 6 people are dead and more than a dozen wounded. First responders describe a chaotic scene as they rushed to help save lives.
We saw people lying on the ground, people bleeding, people in panic running in every direction. It was a very difficult event.
An Israeli soldier and at least 1 civilian shot and killed the attackers, and police later arrested a 3rd man accused of helping them. The Israeli military says it's now surrounding Palestinian villages in the West Bank as part of its response, while Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed to push ahead with the Gaza City offensive.
I want to say this as clearly as possible. These murders, these attacks in all fronts do not discourage us.
And as Israeli troops push deeper into Gaza, Hamas says it's ready to discuss a peace plan proposed by President Trump over the weekend.
I think we're going to have a deal on Gaza very soon. It's a hell of a problem.
The plan calls for an immediate ceasefire and the release of the remaining hostages in exchange for Palestinian prisoners. Israel accepted the deal on Monday morning, putting pressure on Hamas to do the same.
Israel said yes to his proposal. We are ready to accept a full deal that would end the war.
Hamas didn't claim responsibility for the Jerusalem attack, but did say it was a natural response to the war in Gaza. In Tel Aviv, Greg Malcott, Fox News.
The time 11:10 now on your Monday, and before the election runoffs, 3 legal challenges over the initial results, 1 in Mobile and 2 in Pritchard. We'll break down the challenges to those results coming up, but first, let's check in with Nick.
And your 10-hour planner shows temperatures getting warm into the upper 80s this afternoon. However, lower humidity means it doesn't feel so.
Now to this day in history. On September 8th, 1960, President Dwight Eisenhower dedicated NASA's George C. Marshall Space Flight Center in Huntsville, Alabama. Born from the Army's Redstone Arsenal, Marshall became the home of Wernher von Braun and his team, who developed the Saturn rockets that would carry astronauts to the moon in 1969. Today, the center continues to lead U.S. space exploration, supporting experiments on the International Space Station and even developing NASA's Space Launch System for future deep space missions. Well, nearly 2 weeks after the municipal elections, at least 3 challenges are being filed in 2 local cities, the latest right here in Mobile. Mobile City Council member William Carroll has filed a lawsuit seeking to invalidate the results of the race he lost for re-election. Councilman Carroll, who currently represents District 2, alleges that Samantha Ingram, who defeated Carroll in the municipal elections, did not meet residency requirements. Councilman Carroll claims Ingram was not a legal resident of Mobile for at least 12 months before the election, as required by the Alabama Code. So he is seeking to have the election declared void. Fox 10 News reached out to Samantha Ingram for her thoughts on the lawsuit. Ingram said in a statement, quote, "The people of District 2 have made their decision. I look forward to serving, and I wish Councilman Carroll the very best." And over in Pritchard, mayoral candidate Anthony Clark Banks has notified the city he plans to sue over the election results. There were 10 people in that race. Carletta Davis quickly advanced to the runoff, but it took a week and counting provisional ballots to decide who she'd face. Incumbent Mayor Jimmy Gardner edged out Lorenzo Martin by just a few votes and will meet Davis in a runoff later this month. Meantime, Pritchard City Council member Stephanie Johnson Norwood has already filed her own challenge. She says that box was delivered 24 hours late and claims council members didn't know about it when they voted to certify the results last week. She's asking a judge to order those votes counted, which could impact multiple races, including the mayor's. Meanwhile, morning anchor Sarah Wall is digging deeper into the challenges shaping our local elections, from the biggest races to the issues on the ballot. And what's next in the upcoming runoffs, she's breaking it all down for you. And you can catch her full report on our website or on the Fox 10 Gulfstream TV app. And remember, you can always watch In Depth with Sarah Wall live weekdays at 9 a.m.
A look at the beach right now and looking pretty good out there. We do have a low risk of rip currents, and you can see that there. Waves are barely there at this point at Pensacola Beach. A nice thing to see. So yes, low risk of rip currents out there today, but we will see some changes in the days ahead. Low risk for Monday, Tuesday, we go with a high risk of rip currents as we increase easterly flow down at the beach, and then Wednesday as well. So if you have plans then, be prepared. Might not want to get in the water during that period. It'll be a nice day, but surf will be rough. For our Monday afternoon, temperatures topping out in the upper 80s for many locations. So this is not a super hot day, but a warm day in the afternoon. afternoon, and we will not have heat index issues. 86 in Grove Hill, 88 in Monroeville, 87 in Mobile, and 88 in Pensacola. Your afternoon planner, if you have plans, that after school period around 4 p.m., 86 degrees there, sunny skies. Elsewhere, this is just going to be a nice afternoon to be outside, and a mainly dry one as well. Humidity does increase later today. We can see the muggy meter going up into almost the muggy category by the end of the day. That means this evening and overnight tonight, temperatures will not fall as much as they did last night. So here's our evening planner, 8 p.m. 79, 77 degrees. Still a very comfortable picture. Few more clouds during that period as well. We have a very small rain chance across northwest Florida this afternoon, or I should say this evening. You can see it here. This is 6 p.m. and a couple of showers are possible moving from east to west as some more humid air pushes in. This is what it looks like at 8 p.m. Even some isolated showers possible now across the entire Fox 10 viewing area as we go into the nighttime hours tonight. Then on Tuesday, we will account for a chance of showers and maybe even some rumbles of thunder. That rain chance is not super high. Here are your forecast lows overnight tonight. It is going to be a warmer night relative to last night. 66 in Grove Hill, 67 in Monroeville. These locations last night were in the 50s. Yes, upper 50s. Really impressive numbers there. But 69 in Mobile and 72 in Gulf Shore. So a little bit more of a humid night here. What's happening is we have this little push of moisture that comes in here. So Tuesday, a little bit more humid, but not super humid. Then we get to the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, we get another push of dry air, and it will feel really comfortable at the end of this week. You can see those dew points in the 50s. That is in a very comfortable dry category. Forecast lows, the difference between the morning low temperature and the afternoon high temperature gets a little bigger towards the end of the week with the drier air, 67 and 66. By Saturday morning, your afternoon highs get all the way up into the low 90s there. So warm afternoons, but no issues with heat index. Should not be that bad. And looking at the long-range temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, it looks like over the 6 to 10 day period, September 14th through 18th, our temperatures could be near average. You know what's not normal right now? To see a map like this. It's near the peak of hurricane season. If you look back in history, the history of these recorded maps put out by the National Hurricane Center, very rarely during this time of year does it say this: no development expected over the next 7 days. We will take it. A nice forecast with no development expected in the tropics. And a nice forecast for us locally, but a dry forecast for us locally. That small rain chance happens Monday night into Tuesday, northwest Florida Monday afternoon or evening. Keep that in mind. And then dry for the end of the week, and I'm going 10 days out. Do not see any significant rain chances here as we work our way through the month of September. So a drier period. And remember, October is typically our driest month. So it looks like we might be in a bit of a dry spell here. We'll have to start watching the drought monitor in the long term, but sunny skies sticking with us over the next 7 to 10 days.
All right, love it, Nick. No complaints here. Well, still ahead, a Fox 10 safety alert for you. Check your fridge and freezer. A salmonella outbreak has been linked to popular home delivered meals. We'll tell you which ones to watch out for and what to do if you have them. That's all coming up right here on Fox 10 Midday after this. Welcome back in. We're sounding the alarm for a Fox 10 safety alert. You may want to check your fridge and freezer. A salmonella outbreak has been leaked to some home delivery meals. The selected meals were made by Metabolic Meals and were delivered during the week of July 28th. The CDC says 16 people across 10 states have gotten sick, including 7 who even had to be hospitalized. No deaths have been reported, though. The affected meals are the 4 cheese tortellini, low-carb chicken teriyaki and veggies, black garlic and ranch chicken tenders, and sliced top sirloin with roasted peanut sauce and summer vegetables. Customers are advised to throw out the affected meals. Metabolic, meanwhile, is reaching out to customers directly who purchased those meals. Well, listen to this. Cats could be the key to cracking new insights into Alzheimer's disease. Scientists say some cats develop dementia just like their human counterparts. Researchers have found, just as with people, amyloid beta plaques build up in cat brains, potentially causing a cascade of cognitive problems. They looked at the brains preserved from 7 young cats and 18 older ones that had died, including 8 that exhibited behavior signs of dementia. They found that the old cats had more of the amyloid beta protein, and the buildup tended to be around synapses. And immune cells were in overdrive around the protein clumps and attacking some synapses. Their observations were similar to what happens in the brains of people with Alzheimer's, and researchers hope these findings indicate cats can be valuable research tools in Alzheimer's research. Well, a unique home showcase is kicking off in the nation's capital this week. We'll take you there coming up, but first, let's take you to Nick for a check on your weather.
And it's looking lovely out there this morning. It's what it looks like from our live cameras, and it's blue sky, and I think that trend continues in the days ahead. In fact, this is a very dry long-range forecast. All the details on it coming up.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Midday.
Welcome back into Fox 10 Midday at the half hour today. Parts of the National Mall will look more like a suburban neighborhood this week as lawmakers and home builders highlight attainable housing solutions. It's all part of the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development's Innovative Housing Showcase. Officials say it's a way to spotlight quality, affordable housing in the midst of a nationwide shortage. Builders like Clayton took the opportunity to show off their newest products, including the nation's first single-section crossover modern manufactured home. Clayton's Andrew Bryant says the build is just one way they're focused on making home ownership a reality for more Americans.
With the housing shortage and the constraint on supply and the demand out there, we need to build more attainable homes at a much faster pace. And that starts to chip away at that housing supply issue that we're seeing.
We're told the homes would cost an average of $200,000, including the cost of land. Clayton officials say the homes could be placed in almost any market. Bryant says around 8 cross mods can be built every 60 days, which he says is less than a third of the development time of a traditional single-family home. Well, RFK is reportedly set to release a new report linking a popular over-the-counter medication to autism. Tesla offers Elon Musk a massive pay package, and Americans are standing up to guilt tipping. Fox News correspondent Jerry Willis has those stories in today's Fox Business Briefs.
Shares of Tylenol's manufacturer taking a hit, falling more than 10% Friday after a report that HHS Secretary Robert Kennedy is planning to release a report showing a potential link between the drug and autism. The Wall Street Journal reporting it's likely the department will announce a potential risk for women who take Tylenol during pregnancy. This finding would contradict medical professionals who say products containing acetaminophen are safe for pregnant women. Tesla's board of directors proposing a new compensation plan for CEO Elon Musk worth a potential $1 trillion. This would be the largest pay package for an executive in history. The proposal would give Musk up to 12% of Tesla's stock if the automaker hits aggressive targets like a market capitalization of $8.5 trillion, as well as other operational milestones over a 10-year period. The company's current market value is just over $1 trillion. And Americans are fighting back against an increase in excessive or guilt tipping. New research shows consumers are spending 38% less compared to a year earlier, as rising living costs force many to scale back. Guilt tipping refers to the social pressure a customer feels when asked to leave a tip, most often through digital point-of-sale systems. The average person reluctantly shells out $24 more a month than they feel is fair. In New York, Jerry Willis, Fox Business.
It's 11:32 now, and happening today, Mobile County leaders are holding a groundbreaking for the Bayou La Batre City Docks redevelopment project. It's set for 2 p.m. this afternoon, and we're told that Radcliffe Contractor Incorporated will be building the site over the next 2 years. Once finished, it will include a seafood marketplace, a full-service marina, a boat launch, and other site improvements, which include parking, boardwalks, sidewalks, landscaping, and even green space for community events. A lot for residents to look forward to in Bayou La Batre.
This is what it looks like at the Fairhope Pier. One thing you notice, the wind out of the north there, it's moving that flag pretty decently. Also, the water on the fountain blowing just a little bit, but a lovely view down there. It would be a fantastic day to take a walk along the eastern shore, as it really does look nice. And it was a nice evening for us, a nice night last night. Take a look at this. This is an amazing photo of the corn moon. It was a full moon last night. A corn moon, also kind of called a blood moon because of the color of it. Chase Steptoe, a great photographer, sending that in from Gulf Shores, a regular sending the photos in. Thank you for sending them in on the Fox 10 weather app. We do appreciate those. A nice photo there. This is what it looks like right now. Picture perfect. That Navigator credit union camera, you can take a look at some of the restaurants along the causeway flowing smoothly. A little bit of wind out there, but a really nice picture. Eastern Shore Toyota Hyundai camera, Interstate 10 flowing smoothly. Also from Daphne, and that all-in credit union camera as well. So a nice day to be outside. What about this evening? Humidity comes up a little bit. Just a little bit, so it shouldn't be too bad. You're going to deal with temperatures that are in the low 80s and upper 70s there. This is 79 degrees, partly cloudy skies at 8 p.m. If you're out there for sunset, should be a good one. We encourage you to submit your weather photos and videos on the Fox 10 weather app. That way we can show them on air, like the one we showed earlier. So please send them in. Head to the home page. You'll scroll down, submit pictures, tap that button. It is a super easy process. All right, let's look ahead in the forecast. Rain chances. 0. I mean, we have these small rain chances on Monday and Tuesday, but then we have a long stretch of drier conditions. In fact, we're going to start looking at the drought monitor. We're looking at a big picture right now because I just kind of want to show you what it looks like across the region. You have some areas included in our Fox 10 viewing area in a moderate drought or abnormally dry conditions, but for the most part, it's not terrible across the region. Looking at the long-range rainfall outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, you see this area of brown. That indicates that we could likely see or possibly see drier than normal conditions for the period of September 16th through September 22nd. This is a daily updated outlook, and it really does look like we are in a drier period. And also remember that as we head into October, October is typically our driest month and the month with the quietest weather around here. So maybe something to keep an eye on in the long term with that drought monitor. Here's what your futurecast looks like for today. There is a chance of a shower or thunderstorm, especially across northwest Florida, and overnight tonight across the entire area. Some sprinkles cannot be ruled out, and we have a very small rain chance that we're keeping around on Tuesday as well as we look through the futurecast model. Maybe a couple of coastal sprinkles or showers, a few extra clouds, but not a high rain chance at all. By Wednesday, we clear out. Forecast lows overnight tonight with higher humidity in place just a little bit than what it was last night. You will see warmer temperatures relative to last night. 67 in Monroeville, 68 in Fairhope, 72 in Gulf Shores. 7-day outlook. Other than the small rain chance that we have in the near term, it is dry. You can see temperatures do go up. The end of the week and the weekend looking really quite fantastic with warm temperatures overall, but not feeling that bad thanks to the lower humidity. And again, that 10-day outlook looks pretty dry, so a drier forecast for us in the days ahead.
Well, if you've got a craving for fresh baked goodness on this Monday morning, there's a little roadside gem serving up homemade treats 24/7. Get this, no cashiers, just good old-fashioned trust. Vanessa Pacheco takes us to Theodore to tell us more about the Bunny Bread's Bakery farm stand.
You guys, check out this really cute farm stand, Bunny Bread's Bakery. I am here with the owner, Kat Howard.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Kat. This farm stand, it's so cute.
Thank
Tell
you.
me about it.
So it started about, I want to say 7 to 9 years ago for Bunny Bread's Bakery. The farm stand really took flight about 6 months ago, and it really has taken off. It's just my little home away from home.
I love that. Okay, so tell me about it overall. When you walk in here, it's based on an honor system, right?
Yes. So you can pay Venmo, Cash App, Zelle if you do, then grab my card, the number on my card. There's a cash box, and it's basically shop on your own.
Okay, so let's talk about some of these items. What can people find when they stop by?
So they can definitely find my banana pudding cookie, which we're known for, my lemon blueberry zucchini bread, which is another big favorite, the cinnamon rolls, we have brownies that I do different flavors of, Tres Leches. I mean, anything, you name it, and it's gonna pop up in there. We have more coming for the holiday season as far as the crisps, and the cobblers are coming. So really a great take on a lot of fall items.
It all sounds so delicious. Okay, so can I try one of these items?
Of course, of
okay,
course.
so I'm gonna try your banana pudding cookie. While I do that, this is 24 hours, right? How does it work?
Yes, ma'am. So it was at first just kind of like day to night. But I just realized there's a lot of people that work overnights, that work late nights, early mornings. They want to grab and go. So we've made it convenient, lighting up everything, my new little lanterns, and we've got the light on the things on the front, and just really tried to make it very fall and festive.
I don't know if I even paid attention to this last part because I was so mesmerized by how good this try tasted.
It's a walking banana pudding.
Oh my gosh. Okay, anything else that you suggest here?
I definitely say one of those zucchini breads.
Okay, I've never had zucchini, so I'm gonna go ahead and try one of these.
That's my favorite.
This was also named after your grandma, you said?
Yes, ma'am. So Bunny Breads Bakery is Grandma Bunny. She's the one that taught me how to bake. She was the cake baker in the family, and I wish she was still here today. She'd be very proud, but yeah, it's named after Grandma Bunny.
Oh, wow. Okay, so let me see here, guys. Let me try a little
big
bit.
Fat blueberry in there.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Anyone that wants more information, Kat, where can they find you?
I'm on Bunny Breads Bakery on Facebook, or they can come right down McAllister off of McDonald, and I'm at the end. Help yourself.
Okay, this is, you know what? This is it, guys. This is it for me. I got a few items here. Kat, thank you so much.
Thank you, Vanessa, for stopping
by. See you later, guys. I'm
Enjoy,
good.
guys.
I'm good to go.
And I will say Vanessa did bring me back the rest of her banana pudding cookie, and it was delicious, just really melts in your mouth. So I'll definitely be stopping by that stand very soon. Well, coming up, 2 winning Powerball tickets are sold in Missouri and Texas, but several other ticket holders are walking away big winners as well. We'll explain. Plus, the longest running dog surfing competition returns. We'll show you some of these canine surfers in action. Your Midday Talkers are right after this. Welcome back. Some folks are celebrating becoming multimillionaires. Neither of us, because we did not buy a lottery ticket.
We did not buy one of these, but everybody's talking about it. The winning tickets for the $1.8 billion Powerball jackpot. They were sold in Missouri and Texas.
So the winning numbers were 11, 23, 44, 61, 62, with a red Powerball of 17 and a power play multiplier of 2. Nick, you said 11's your favorite number, right?
Yes, if I were to play, 11 would be somewhere on the board, so you know what, I'll take that small victory there. Additionally, 2 lucky tickets were sold in Kansas and Texas, won a $2 million prize, and 18 tickets sold across 13 states, including Florida, won $1 million.
Lots of happy people today. Saturday's wins ends a streak of 42 consecutive drawings without a jackpot winner. The jackpot will now reset at $20 million for tonight's drawing. We still have a chance. Just a little lower then.
20 million.
Just a little lower.
We'll see how long it goes this time, because it went a long time last time.
Obviously, if you win the lottery, you're really not going to tell anyone. But Missouri's up there. It's my home state. Maybe I know someone.
Maybe so.
Get some of that. What are the odds?
Shout out to whoever did. Hello, we're here.
I'm right here. Well, listen to this. The famed actress Julie Andrews is adding another trophy to her legendary career.
The 89-year-old has won an Emmy for her role as the voice of Lady Whistledown in the hit Netflix series Bridgerton.
And this is Andrews' 3rd Emmy, but the first for this role. Andrews has been nominated 3 times before, but finally broke through this year.
She wasn't at the ceremony, but the win puts her just 1 step away from the coveted EGOT, with only a Tony Award missing from her collection.
Yeah, and EGOT stands for Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award. Julie Andrews is an icon, one of my favorite actresses, truly.
Yeah, Sound of Music is because I am a very musical person, and Sound of Music is like the pinnacle of cinema to me.
Yeah,
so,
she's incredible. Mary Poppins is a big one.
Yes,
Princess
of course.
Diaries.
Actually, I'll be honest, I have not watched a lot of her recent stuff.
I haven't either.
And I haven't. I want
like-
to really bad.
Right, like you said, Sound of Music is really the pinnacle, I think, of her career. That's what people know her for. And she's so deserving of this award and so many others. So congrats to you, Julie.
A big celebration to mark New York City's 400th anniversary.
Yeah, performers from 23 Broadway shows entertained a huge crowd that turned out in Times Square. People showed up for the free event despite some rainy weather in that area.
The performance is part of a year-long tribute to the city put together by Mayor Eric Adams' administration. The event was called Founded by Broadway, and it honored the past, present, and future of the city's theater district.
The president of the Broadway League said there's only one New York City and only one Broadway, of course. And the city's tourism resident said Broadway is synonymous with a visit to the city. Again, Nick, you're probably loving this story as well.
I cannot sing that part of
Wait, you
Defying
can play
Gravity.
instruments and
Yes,
sing, right?
I can't really sing that much. I can.
That's what they all say. All the good singers say. I'm a huge Broadway fan. I did grow up doing musical theater. Fun fact. Love Hamilton and I love Hairspray. My top two, for sure.
Wicked.
Wicked. It's also a big one.
Wicked.
Gotta love them all. Oh,
Just
such a
love it
sweet
to death.
celebration.
All right, time to hang 10. The longest running dog surfing competition is back at the beach.
Yeah, take a look at your screen. Dozens of canine competitors took part in the 20th annual Surfathon in San Diego Sunday.
The surfers, furs in quote, that's
what you did
funny, caught waves on Del Mar Dog Beach to raise funds for the Helen Woodward Animal Center. A panel of judges, including some surf pros, judged the dogs in 10-minute heats on the length of their ride, enthusiasm, wave technique, and confidence.
100% of proceeds go to supporting orphan pets and programs, which is also incredible. Nick, I'm impressed by the dog's ability to actually balance on that board because I've tried it. It's not easy.
Yeah, these are trained professionals dogs. They got it. They got it.
Would your dog be able to?
No, he would.
We always cover this question. Neither of our dogs are able to do what these incredible canines are.
Yeah, no. My dog is sitting on the couch right now, probably asleep.
And the air conditioning, living their best life.
Yes.
Well, we'll be right back with 3 to know before you go. The time is 11:48. Nick, where are we looking?
A lovely look at Dauphin Island with a strong northerly wind out there. I'll have details on that full forecast and a final look at the long-range forecast coming up.
Welcome back in. A crazy close encounter unfolded in a very nonchalant way as a California camper had a casual run-in with a mountain lion and the whole thing was caught on camera. Jeremy Roth has today's take. A look at this.
Watch a camper keep his cool as a wild mountain lion casually strolls right by him in a California state park. Cameras at Leo Carrillo State Park in Malibu captured the close encounter as the lion slowly strode past the man, seemingly unfazed by their close proximity, before another camera angle captured it running off. The man later told KABC he simply tried to stay still when he spotted the lion approaching, which, according to a list posted by the Parks Department of do's and don'ts when encountering a lion, is one of the exact right things to do. The park said no injuries were reported from this surreal sighting of worlds colliding. Another caught-on-cam encounter, this one involving a rock and a hard case. Police in Colorado released video showing what they said was a suspect hurling a 10-pound rock through the window of a police photo enforcement vehicle parked in a school zone. The rock smashed the van's window and, according to Greeley PD, caused a reported $2,600 in damage, but thankfully the technician inside wasn't seriously injured. The suspect was spotted fleeing the scene, but police say he was later apprehended and hit with a slew of charges. One last caught-on-cam moment, this one featuring a face only the internet could love. This is Joe, and this is Joe's big derpy face, which according to WBAY has catapulted a Wisconsin zoo to internet infamy after the goofy goat struck a googly-eyed pose that is racking up buku views online. But it hasn't stopped there. Joe's fugly mug is now fodder for memes, making this silly Billy the new poster boy for what you hope you don't look like when the flash goes off.
Who hasn't had a bad picture? We've all felt like Joe a time or two in the past.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Oh yeah, Joe, you'll be around for a long time for sure. Well, here's 3 to know before you go. Another round of savings for Florida shoppers is here. Floridians can purchase hunting, fishing, and camping supplies, including guns and ammunition, tax-free. It's part of the Second Amendment summer tax holiday. While most of the outdoor items are price capped, like tents $200 or less, fishing rods $75 or less, all guns and ammo, regardless of the price, are tax-free. And then Howard Stern will stay on Sirius XM for a few more years. The popular radio host faked out fans in a staged bit on Monday. Before Stern came on the air, Andy Cohen introduced himself and said that Stern's Sirius XM channel going forward will be known as Andy 100. It came after speculation over the summer Stern's deal with the channel would not be renewed, and he told listeners he would address the topic in September. Finally, McDonald's is bringing back its popular extra value meals menu. The meal deals will include some of McDonald's most popular items, including the Egg McMuffin, Big Mac, Chicken McNuggets, and my favorite, the Quarter Pounder. The company says the bundles offer savings of more than 15% compared to ordering those items separately. The discount menu options will be available through the rest of the year. McDonald's has been a hot topic on this show throughout the year. Nick, looking forward to it.
You like the Quarter Pounder more than
I do.
That's it.
Does that surprise you?
I don't order the Quarter Pounder very much.
It's delicious.
Yeah,
I like chicken, but I'm more of a beef gal. Fun fact.
Sure, okay,
Yeah.
I could see.
Yeah.
I could, yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and get a look at the forecast. I got some time here, so we're going to talk. We're going to talk about the humidity increasing. So we started low and we're going high with the humidity levels here. So you can see the Muggy meter, plenty of people in the 50s, but it's going up. Look at the regional view. See off to our east, dew points in the 70s. That's going to be pushing in. We have a rain chance across northwest Florida today. It's only around 20 to 30%. Then overnight tonight, around a 20% chance of showers. It's midnight, and you can see there a couple green specks there. It's a little push of more humid air. Then as we go to tomorrow, it's looking much better. So Muggy meter does go up in the next few hours. Be ready for that. And again, we have that push of more humid air on Tuesday. But look at the end of the week. Good news, dry air comes back. So that long range forecast, here it is. Temperatures go up to around 92 degrees on Friday, but drier conditions and sunny skies. That means a great forecast for us as we get to the end of the week and the weekend. That's looking pretty good as well. Very dry.
It is dry.
After we get this very small rain chance, it is a very dry forecast, and I think it's a dry forecast for a while, a long while.
It's so beautiful. I think that summer, in my mind, after Labor Day, it's over. You know, you're heading back to school. Would you say that these 60 degrees are fall weather, in your opinion?
Almost. We're getting there.
Okay,
We're getting
so
real
not
close,
quite
especially
yet.
when it starts to get this
I have something
dry.
to show you.
What?
Pumpkin spice latte in honor of our fall day.
You know
Nick
what?
hates
We got into the 50s and 60s this morning. Anyways,
Free
that's
pass.
appropriate.
All right, thanks for watching Fox 10 Midday. We'll see you on Fox 10 Live at 3. Enjoy your Monday.